And back in our area, the surge is building. Kansas City's coronavirus cases have tripled in just a month. A new clinic that's opening in KC, hoping to protect the city's youngest people. Well, thank you so much for joining us this Monday at noon. We appreciate it. I'm Rob Hughes. Well, there's sad news for Team USA and an athlete from the Metro. Kara Aker of the U.S. women's gymnastics team has tested positive for the coronavirus. This is according to her family and her coach, Al Fong. Well, Aker is from Grain Valley. She and Leanne Wong train at Gage Gymnastics in Blue Springs. They're in Japan right now as 2 of 4 alternates on the team. According to the Associated Press, both Aker and Wong are in isolation right now. The rest of the team has moved to another hotel and a separate training facility. And our KBC 9's Cody Holyoke caught up with Kara's dad to see how she's doing.
The good news is Kara's feeling fine, according to her dad. She is vaccinated against the coronavirus, has no symptoms, but she's a bit crushed, understandably, staying in a hotel room while Team USA waits for the summer games to start. Her dad, Mark, tells me Kara tested positive on several tests upon arriving in Tokyo. He says health officials separated her, put her in quarantine. Kara went to Japan as one of 4 alternates on the U.S. women's gymnastics team. This is a heartbreaking end for an Olympic hopeful from our area, but Mark says that's not Kara's only concern right now.
I know she's disappointed, but at this point, she's just, she said she's kind of bored because she's stuck in her room, not being able to do anything. She can't practice or anything like that. So she says she's bored and just looking forward to coming home. Like I said, the biggest disappointment is that, this takes her out of it completely.
Mark tells me his daughter will have to quarantine for 10 days before she's even allowed to come back to the U.S. and home to her family. Cody Holyoke, KMBC 9 News.
And of course, we are going to continue to follow the very latest on our diagnosis on our later shows and online at KMBC.com. And with opening ceremony just 4 days away, Olympic dreams are being crushed as more athletes test positive for COVID-19. ABC's James Longman has more.
One of Team USA's biggest stars, Coco Gauff, is out of the Olympic Games after testing positive for COVID-19. The 17-year-old tennis phenomenon found out just before travelling for Tokyo. Tweeting, "It has always been a dream of mine to represent the USA at the Olympics, and I hope there will be many more chances for me to make this come true in the future." Her teammates sitting down with our Rob Marciano just after the news broke.
Obviously, she's going to be disappointed. She'll be sad, but, she has so much potential to do great things in this sport, and I know she will.
Gauff, the highest profile athlete so far to test positive, but as hundreds of athletes arrive in Tokyo, the threat of testing positive or being contact traced looms large. 2 South African soccer players now in isolation. If they have to quarantine for 14 days, it would derail their competitions. And a group of British gymnasts isolating after a case was detected on their flight. This as we learn more about that member of the Olympic Committee with the virus. The South Korean official tested positive at the airport. It's understood he was fully vaccinated. As all IOC officials are, he too is now isolating at a separate facility.
Well, it does go from bad to worse for Olympic organizers. The composer of the music for the opening ceremonies had to quit in scandal because of bullying allegations from when he was younger. Meanwhile, we are closely watching coronavirus cases on both sides of our state line. Today, Missouri added 826 confirmed cases. The overall 7-day positivity rate for the state remained at 13.7%. While the number has climbed more than 9 percentage points since June, the number is still down from a high of 23.1% in November. And meanwhile in Kansas, as of Friday, the positivity rate is now at 7.5%. 2 weeks ago, it was at 2.9%. We expect an update from the state later today. Meanwhile, the University of Kansas Health System is now treating 54 people for COVID-19. That's up from just 17 a month ago. Doctors and nurses there say that cities and towns may soon have to make moves to curb the spread, steps like bringing back mask mandates.
If numbers are increasing, case counts, death counts, we may see that this trend is not going in the way that we want it to. So if it keeps increasing, then we may need to make changes based off of what we know works in our communities to prevent spread, in addition to vaccines.
Well, doctors urge people who are unvaccinated to keep their masks on and get their shots as soon as possible to curb the spread of the virus. Well, if you think we're through with the COVID-19 pandemic, think again. In Kansas City, Missouri alone, coronavirus cases have tripled in the last month. KBC 9's Martin Augustine has more on an appeal and a plan.
Children's Mercy Hospital is opening up 2 walk-in COVID-19 vaccine clinics. This after some alarming statistics coming from the staff here at the Kansas City, Missouri Department of Public Health. The biggest of those numbers, 800. As in 800 new cases of COVID-19 reported here in Kansas City in the first half of July. The health department taking to social media over the weekend to say that's more than all of the cases reported in the month of June. So with that in mind, Children's Mercy Hospital opening up these walk-in vaccine clinics today at the Adele Hall and Broadway locations. The shots available for young people ages 12 to 22. Those clinics running from 9 to 4 Monday through Thursday and 9 to 1 on Friday, as these are walk-in clinics. No appointment is needed, but if your family's going to take advantage of this, you need to be masked up and to observe all of the hospital's COVID-19 safety protocols. Martin Augustine, KBC 9 News.
Meanwhile, 10 local health departments have joined together, all with a common message. The COVID-19 pandemic is not over and the Delta variant is making it worse. The departments in these 9 counties in Kansas City, Missouri issued a public health advisory with a strong focus on vaccinations, including anyone over the age of 12. And for kids too young to get the shot, you want to make sure that they're only around vaccinated adults. And if you're unvaccinated, the health order says that you need to be wearing a mask while you're inside or in crowded places. These are just recommendations. There is no mandate in effect. Well, health experts outside the metro are taking note of the spike in cases in Missouri. They say that bringing back mask requirements may be the only way to slow the spread.
Indoor mask mandates are important whenever you have a population that doesn't have a high level of vaccination and infection numbers that are rising. That is LA County right now. It's certainly parts of Missouri and Arkansas and other places with low vaccination rates.
Well, Johnson County, Kansas is updating their guidance for the new school year to reflect the rising case numbers. The department wants schools to promote vaccinations, require masks for unvaccinated people indoors, and keep those with COVID-19 or those who have been exposed at home. Again, these are all just suggestions, leaving the decision up to individual districts. By the way, if you want to know more about how the virus is spreading where you live, or if you need help scheduling a vaccine appointment, make sure you head to the coronavirus section of our KBC 9 News app. We post daily case numbers and vaccination events all around the metro. It's free download wherever you get your apps.